What is up, bros? Me, Josh here. In today's video, I'm going to go over an interesting topic that came up in chat the other day and something that we kind of ended up talking about for a little while, and that is what your favorite ship per tier was. And it kind of broke into a pretty cool conversation and kind of seeing what one player likes compared to the other and premiums against non-premiums and stuff like that. And so I thought it'd be kind of an interesting video, and I would love to see in your comments below what you guys think is your favorite ship per tier, pretty much, premium or not premium. I'll try to do a premium and a not premium version for each tier. Tier 1, I think Black Swan, isn't this the only thing that has like AP or something like that? Tier 1's pretty, who cares? It's tier 1, you play one game, you're basically out of it. So probably the Black Swan, I think this thing dunks on everything. And then after a game, you're basically into tier 2. At tier 2, another tier I don't play a lot. I don't play tier 2, tier 1, 2, 3 really much at all. Probably for lulz, I'd say the Umikaze, I guess, is pretty fun. The wacky banana, the tacky banana is fun as well, and also I think the Diana and the Emden are both pretty fun. So if I had to pick one though, I think probably the most fun I will have at tier 2 is Umikaze, and then probably the Emden. Those are probably 1 and 2, but Umikaze probably takes it at number 2 or at tier 2. Tier 3. Now this is kind of going throwback a little bit. I think walkie-talkie still. I think as you're lower in the tiers, destroyers are much stronger. Then you kind of get into some lower middle tiers, and cruisers are strong, and then battleships I think get stronger and stronger as they go. But I think the walkie-talkie is still really strong, mainly just because you pick on the slow battleships and stuff like that. I think an easy choice would be St. Louis, but for me the St. Louis was kind of, I don't know. I don't enjoy playing the St. Louis that much. Um, I know a lot of people like the Koenig Albert as well, but for me, it'd probably be the walkie-talkie at the Tier 3 IHGN ship. I just love being the stealthy DD and just launching torps all over the place. And that basically continues on to Tier 4. Now, to Tier 4, Izokaze I love playing, but the Izzy, the Russian Tier 4 destroyer, really has a place in my heart. I love this ship. It's so fun to just be a Tier 4 gunboat and kind of just raid havoc on a bunch of stuff. And I love this ship. This is easily my favorite Tier 4. Now, if it was back in the day, actually, I know a lot of people don't like this ship, but the Phoenix was one of my favorite ships back in the day. One of my most played ships. It did an insanely good job back in the day at just destroying everything, and I had some really, really good games with this. And back when AFT was kind of so could affect the 152s and you could get a bit longer range. Now it's a kind of, has to get closer, so it's more fragile. But Izzy, I think for sure at tier 4 is my favorite, and I really, really enjoy playing this ship. It's a lot of fun. I don't play it much. I don't like playing the super low tiers, but when I do tier 4, this is basically my go-to. I know Nikolai is very popular as well for a lot of people. Tier 5. Now, for Tier 5, the Murmansk again has a warm place in my heart. Another one of back in the day I played with viewers a long time ago. I still play with viewers, but I basically got really high tier and then kind of weren't in many queues, and it was my New York back in the day going against Atlantas and Otagos and stuff like that. So I went back and played with viewers. That's when I started playing with viewers, and everyone was a bit farther behind, so I was playing a lot of St. Louis, Phoenix, and Mermats. These are kind of the ships that were really strong at the time. It could help carry and get the wins for everyone. Mermats, I think, has to be my favorite tier 5. One ship I actually really enjoyed playing was the Koenig. I actually really liked this ship, had a really good average damage in it, crazy good stats in it. Really actually enjoyed that. But I think it's hard to beat the Mermats for me. This is my most played ships. I don't really play it much at all anymore. But when I do, it's kind of a throwback. I know the Gremmy is going to be pretty popular. Also, the New York kind of has a little warm spot in my heart. I just remember that ship a lot. Just dunking on at the time when I was playing, it was +/-3 matchmaking. So I was going against Otagos back in the day. In this thing, I just remember just dev striking Otagos all the time in that thing. So for me though, has to be the Murmansk at tier 5. Now for 6, 6 is when it starts getting a little there starts to be some tough choices here. I think the Fuso is a blast to play. The Budyani, the tier 6 Russian cruiser is very, very good. Range, it's just such a HE flinger. But for me, Farragut. I played this ship last season. I liked this ship before, And then once the last rank season came through and I got rank 1 with this ship, I then fell in love with this ship. I This is my favorite tier 6 by far. I love playing it. It absolutely destroys. For some reason its alpha damage is insanely high, it seems like, and just absolutely shreds. Love playing this ship. I could play it all day. It The stealth torpedo. No, it can't stealth torps. It has 6.6 detection, 6.4 kilometer torps. Can't stealth torp. But this thing is just an absolute beast. I enjoy playing it. I love playing it in ranked season. If they did tier 6 ranked, I'd be fine again. I'd play this ship again. Had a blast playing this ship, and every time I play, like, I don't really play tier 6s that much anymore, but if I do, the Farragut is definitely one of the first ships I am picking. Also, I love kind of playing the Independence, although it only has the 1-1-1, so there's only so many squads to do. I love this thing can be very, very troll and very, very damaging against certain ships with that torp bomber and the dive bomber. Also, Fuso, very, very good. The Perth I enjoy playing as well. There's just a lot of good ships. You started getting into this tier, and there's a lot of good ships you can play. But for me, it has to be the Farragut at tier 6. Now for 7, 7 is an easy winner for me, but another full tier of good ships. And for me, the Bliss. Even without the stealth firing, with the stealth firing, I thought it was one of the strongest ships in the game. Without it, I still find the ship incredibly fun. 7 shells going out. This is easily one of my favorite ships of all time in this game, and I love playing it till this day. I play it maybe once a day still, maybe not quite once a day, but I still love playing the ship. I have a ton of experience on it, especially because it got me rank 1 in all the tier 7s rank seasons. This thing is an absolute beast. Again, the Fiji. I like the Fiji more than the Belfast, honestly. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I enjoyed the Fiji. Fiji's probably a number 2. I wouldn't say it's really even close number 2 because I love the Bliss so much. But the Fiji is definitely a blast to play. I love this ship. And then also, I like ships like the Ganais now. People either you love or you hate the Ganais now. It's crazy. This thing, I don't think there's a ship that gets rewarded as much as this ship for its tier for being aggressive. This thing is incredibly fun to play, and even with the troll dispersion. But man, if you start pushing with this ship and you get aggressive with it, you can really, really benefit from a good push and getting torps out and secondaries and the relatively fast reload and the big shells. Also, Saipan's pretty fun to play. I don't know. These are starting to get a little bit tougher. Sims is very fun to play as well. I'm kind of a destroyer guy, as you can tell. But easily, Bliss number 1 at tier 7. By far my favorite tier 7. Tier 8. Tier 8 is when it starts to get a little bit more difficult. For me, I think it's probably the Benson. The Benson, again, has gotten me so many rank 1s. Every tier 8 season's gotten me rank 1s. And I love playing this. The North Carolina, Alabama, Massachusetts, since they're basically all very similar. Those are also very fun. The Chappie, I really enjoy the Chappie as well. And of course, the Kutuzov is insanely good. But the Kutuzov, I enjoy playing it because it's good. But I don't think it's quite as fun as, let's say, like the Benson is. So for me, it'd be Benson being my favorite. Also, I enjoy the USN battleships as well. I think these ships are very good and very fun. Tier 9, we're getting into some more tough choices. For me, Fletcher is up there for sure. But it's between the Fletcher and the Z46, and I think I'm going to go with the Z46 on this. I enjoy it. This thing is so much fun to play. Torps going out all over the place, and fast torps, good guns, relatively stealthy. I mean, it's kind of the perfect anti-DD with its sonar. Very, very good ship, and really, really enjoy playing this ship a lot. Fletcher's probably a close second, as well as kind of some other stuff. But these are kind of head and shoulders above. Also, the Udaloy is very fun to play as well, being kind of a semi-cruiser as well. Tier 10, currently, I think it has to be, for me, it has to be the Montana. I think this holds true as being my favorite tier 10. It was my first tier 10 in closed beta. It was my first tier 10 in open, and it's just my favorite ship to play. I think it has great carry potential. I love getting massive games in it, and I really, really enjoy playing this ship. It's a blast. Ever since the buffs too, it made it a lot more competitive against, let's say, the Yamato. I think it's a very, very strong tier 10 battleship, and you can't go wrong with a good Montana on your team. Really can't. I mean, unless you go against a good Conqueror and then they just burn it down. But for me, the Montana is very, very good. Gearing is up there as well. Love playing the Gearing. Hindenburg's also very good. Minotaur is a ship I've had a lot of fun in. This game probably has the most, for me, 200k plus damage games. This thing is incredibly good, but it's just a high risk, high reward ship, especially with the changes to a little bit of smoke. And of course, radar ships getting better and better. This is a very, very good ship, and really can be fun and brutal. Going against enemy ships, as well as like the Henry. I find the Henry very fun to play. It's a very good flanking ship, and it can be very punishing. But for me, that's tier 10. The Montana is my go-to. I love this thing. Like I said, first tier 10 in closed beta, first tier 10 in open beta, and haven't ever looked back and enjoyed the ship ever since. So a lot of kind of tough choices, but I think that for me at each tier there is a standout for me at least. But I'm really interested to see what you guys think. What are your guys' favorite tiers, favorite ships per tier, premium or not premium, whatever you kind of pick. Yeah, I'd love to know in the comments below what you guys think is your favorite ship for each tier. These are my 10, with some close second and thirds. And yeah, it's kind of an interesting topic, and I wanted to pass it on to you guys. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. That is it for me, guys. Remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.